This parable was created not for reasoning or conclusions. It is about feeling, about that brief moment when a person suddenly stops and notices an inner response. Sometimes a single pause is enough for something inside to become audible. Sometimes one thought quietly changes the direction of life. Sometimes one spoken word begins to move on its own, becoming covered with other people's meanings and other people's emotions. We live among people, and words constantly pass from one to another. Along the way, they become heavier, distorted, and stop being what they originally were. What was born as fatigue eventually sounds like a reproach. What was a confidential confession turns into a statement. This story is about attentiveness to words, about precision and trust, and about that moment after which there is no desire to return to this topic anymore, because clarity appears inside. Enjoy watching.
Once upon a time, on a quiet farm surrounded by green fields and chirping birds, there lived a hard-working horse. Every day from sunrise to sunset, he labored tirelessly in the fields, pulling heavy loads. By the time evening came, his legs ached, his back was sore, and all he wanted was a little rest. One evening, as he returned to his stable, he sighed and thought to himself, "I've worked so hard today. Maybe tomorrow I'll take it a little easy. Just a small break won't hurt." He settled down, closing his eyes, when suddenly a curious little cat wandered in. The cat, always eager for gossip, asked, "Why so tired, dear horse?" The horse, in a moment of trust, shared his thoughts. "I think I might ask the master to give me less work tomorrow. I need a little rest." The cat nodded knowingly and slinked away, but instead of keeping the secret, she went straight to the cow in the nearby field. "You won't believe what I just heard," the cat said. "The horse doesn't want to stay here anymore. He says the master is too strict and plans to leave for another farm." The cow's eyes widened with worry. Later that day, she met the goat grazing in the meadow. "Did you hear the news?" the cow whispered. "The horse wants to leave. The master is harsh, doesn't give him enough food, and forces him to work all day." The goat was shocked and worried. By evening, she passed this tale to the little rabbit. "The horse is planning to escape. The master is cruel, overworks him, and doesn't even feed him properly. He wants to leave for another farm tomorrow," she told the rabbit. As luck would have it, that very evening, the master's servant arrived at the farm. The rabbit, always eager to talk, ran straight to him. Sir, you won't believe it. The horse doesn't want to stay here anymore. He's already made plans to go to another farm. The master there is kind, doesn't beat him, and gives him proper food." The rabbit excitedly exclaimed. The servant, alarmed by the news, rushed to the master. "Master, your horse is planning to betray you. Tomorrow he will leave with all the animals for another farm." The master's face turned red with fury. He couldn't believe what he was hearing. Without a second thought, that very night, he gave the horse a deadly injection. By morning, the horse was gone forever. The tragic part is that the horse never actually planned to escape. He never spoke of betrayal. He only shared a small thought, a tiny hope of resting a little tomorrow. But in a world where words travel faster than truth, that simple confession turned into a false tale of rebellion. This story teaches us a painful but important truth about human nature. Never share your deepest thoughts or struggles with just anyone. People may seem helpful and caring in front of you, but behind your back, they can twist your words, exaggerate your troubles, and use them against you. Your secrets, dreams, and weaknesses are treasures that must be protected, whether in family, business, or personal life. Sharing too soon or with the wrong person can turn trust into tragedy. Guard your heart. Be wise with your words. And remember, silence is often safer than careless speech. If you felt the lesson of this story, share it with your friends and family. Don't forget to subscribe for more motivational stories and leave a comment below. Silence is often safer than careless speech.